First, I'm going to show you a woman replying to a comment where somebody tells her there is no such thing as a medically necessary abortion.
HELP syndrome, severe preeclampsia or severe eclampsia, cancer, sepsis, maternal infection, organ failure, pulmonary hypertension, ectopic pregnancy, premature rupture of the membranes. I could continue to go on, but those are all reasons for medically necessary abortions, and most of them can happen after 6 weeks, so the total bans after 6 weeks kill women. They kill women. And those are all reasons why someone might need a medically necessary abortion. Not that it's any of your business or any of my business, but it definitely is a thing that occurs. And this type of rhetoric is extremely dangerous. So I hope that helped you out.
I hope you helped them out too, because if somebody is going through life believing that there is no such thing as a medically necessary abortion, then you're correct. That is a very dangerous mindset to have floating around, right? That it's mind-boggling to begin with, but to think that that level of ignorance is being married to a heightened level of legislative control, shit is scary. We're steamrolling down a path where we're going to have more and more and more women die as a result of these very bad decisions. But that's somebody replying to somebody saying there is no such thing as a medically necessary abortion. Now, here is a Republican who recently got an abortion in a state where that's banned because she made a phone call and explained to somebody that she had a reason to get an abortion. She had a medical reason that she needed an abortion.
As we know, the law had exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. And every ectopic pregnancy is unviable. In my case, I was 5 weeks pregnant, there was no heartbeat, and no ectopic pregnancy is viable. And that's so important because the mother needs care immediately. But unfortunately, women's healthcare has been subject to the worst fear-mongering that you can experience. And so they had actually been receiving, these healthcare providers had been receiving pro-abortion lobby ads to the tune of millions of dollars being spent on these ads that were threatening and scaring doctors away from helping women, saying that they could lose their license, they could go to jail. In fact, in the room, I had nurses and doctors showing me these advertisements saying that they felt uncomfortable because they didn't want to go to jail. They wanted to help me, but they felt like they couldn't do anything. So I literally was laying on the table reading them the law. And it dawned on me as I was sitting there with my husband, this is what women are experiencing because of the fear-mongering around women's healthcare. And it has to stop. The left
it does. Yeah, it really does. It needs to stop. Because you're going to sit there and blame the left when you needing to read the law to the nurses and doctors that you needed to perform a medically necessary abortion on an ectopic pregnancy is a result of people like you making the fucking law to begin with. And yes, in some cases in this country, there have been issues with ectopic pregnancies. What was it, in Ohio? That somebody was ordered to try and re-implant an ectopic pregnancy. You knew who to call. In a lot of instances, people don't know who to call. And with the kind of draconian laws that are passed, doctors and nurses don't know what to do. They don't know when somebody's going to come in and scoop their asses up because they performed an abortion. Whether it was medically necessary or not, they don't know who's coming for them, because you motherfuckers have created that kind of state. You have created that kind of environment. You gonna blame this shit on the left? Don't make the fucking law to begin with, dumbass.